I want to go over a phone stabilizer called Zhiyun Smooth Q. I bought this 2 days ago and I've been playing around with it for the past day. I needed something to walk around with to put my phone in and stabilize the image. Many times I find myself needing to go around the workshop to show what things are being done. If I hold the phone by hand, the image will be shaky. So I needed something to stabilize the image and give professional results. So I was looking around, I made some research, and I came about buying the Smooth Q gimbal. It's called the gimbal. It looks something like this. This is around $130. I got it from Amazon warehouse, like new condition, $88. Great deal. So let me show you how this works. This opens up like this, and the phone will actually go inside the slot here. So if I put my phone in with the case, I also have a thing on the back of it for the finger. Okay, so this is not gonna fit properly. What I do, I have a pretty big phone. It's a Nexus 6P. I've had it for maybe 2 years. Great phone. I would not switch the phone unless something better comes out, and so far I haven't seen any. I haven't seen a better phone out there as of yet. So see how the phone goes in here? It's pretty tight fit. The phone is not gonna fall, and the grip is very good. So the first thing they tell you is to actually balance, because every phone has different weight. So what we have to do first is we have to release the knob here. Pull out. If you pull it all the way out, it matches the balance of my phone. It matches the weight of my phone. Lock it. And now if you put it on the desk like this, let me zoom out, or maybe I can switch the camera. So the phone is balanced right now. The thing is, even if the phone is not balanced, we want to balance it as much as possible, because when you press the power button, what's going to happen is the phone is going to stabilize itself and it's going to go to the perfect position. So if we press on the power, press and hold the power button. Okay, so the phone is in perfect orientation, stabilized. We have 4 modes with this gimbal. Mode number 1 is the follow mode. What that means is if I twist my hand, the camera will follow me. You twist the hand, the camera will follow. So the camera will not follow at the same speed of your hand movement, but rather it will follow like a nice smooth pan movement. Follows left, follows right. The camera stays locked in the vertical position. So if I move my hand up and down, the camera will not tilt up or down. And that's the follow mode. So it follows left, it follows right. The second mode is the lock mode. You press the mode button once to go into the lock mode, and now the camera is locked. It doesn't matter if I move the camera left or right, up or down, it's locked in the same position. So if I'm recording something in the front and my hand moves, the camera will still be in the same position. It's not gonna move left, right, up or down. And that's the lock mode. Let's go back to the follow mode. Okay. And then the third one, if you double click on the mode, it's a follow all mode. What that means is, let's double click on the mode button. So now if you go down, it follows you down. If you go up, it follows you up. If you go right, it follows you right. Left, it follows left. So that's a follow all mode. To get out of it, press twice on the mode button. And now we are back to the follow mode, which is left and right follow. And then the last one is the selfie mode. If you triple click on the mode button, 1, 2, 3, it rotates. So now it's in a selfie mode. I do not really use this one because if I want a selfie, I can just change my camera to the selfie mode like this, and I'm already in a selfie mode. So these are the 4 modes that comes with the gimbal. All of them have their uses and all of them are great. The other nice feature with this gimbal is the joystick that you see on here. You can pan left, right, top, bottom, and panning speed can be controlled via the application that comes with this. You can download it for your Android or iOS. That's how panning works. And then finally we have the zoom button, or we have this button that goes up or down. If I try to press this one up or down right now, it's not gonna do anything because it only supports the application, the camera app that comes with this gimbal. And the way it works is if you press up and hold, it's gonna switch you over from front cam to back cam. If you press and hold down, it's gonna switch you between video and photo. If you press it up once or press it down once, it's gonna zoom out or in steps. It's not a smooth zoom, it zooms in steps. What that means is it goes, let's say 5x zoom, 10x zoom, 20x zoom. So it does it in steps. I personally think that zooming in steps is a great feature, but we should have the option to zoom in smoothly also. Right now it's not available in the software, but I'm sure it can, they can add it later on. So the only 2 buttons that you can use with the camera app that came with the gimbal is the zoom button and the power button. Anytime you open the camera application that comes with the gimbal, you have to set up the Bluetooth. You have to connect it to Bluetooth. But it's very easy to connect. Just press on the Bluetooth button inside the application and press on the smooth cue, and now we are connected. Right now, if I want to take a picture, I can press the red power button, or if I want to take a video. Right now it's recording a video. I stopped it. If you press down on the zoom button and hold, it's gonna switch between video and photo. If you press and hold up, it's gonna switch between front and back cam. The cons with the software is You have to connect the software to Bluetooth every time you turn the software on. Now, I do not know why it's made like this. I'm sure it can be improved in the future. But right now, it's not connected to Bluetooth. I have to do this every time I open the software to do any adjustment or to use the camera app for the gimbal. I have to connect this to Bluetooth. So right now, if I click on connection, okay, right here, it did find it. So it made a connection. So the values, the follow speed can be controlled from settings. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention about the gimbal is if we want to make it in portrait mode, I can go like this. And now it's in portrait mode. I can twist it again and now it's in landscape mode. Okay, so if you look at the software, we have the follow rate. If you want the following to be done in a fast way, you can increase the numbers. If you want following to be done in a slower movement, then you can set the numbers to be lower. The control rate is the panning. So when you press on this joystick here to pan it left, right, top, bottom, you can control the speed of the panning from here. Right now I have it set at 10. So if you set it to 60, if you pan, then it's gonna pan a lot faster. I like it to pan slow, so I have these set to 10. There's a lot of speed settings that can be controlled from here. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but these are the most important ones that I found. Also, there's a reverse thing. By default, when you get this, if you try to pan up, it pans down. If you pan right, it pans left. So it's done in reverse. So I changed this. So if I pan right, I want it to pan right. If I pan up, I want it to pan up. So I have these checked here. Okay, let me go to the camera app, which is here. So if you are in the market for a gimbal, I do not think that you can go wrong with this. A lot of pros than cons. Now, one thing that happened to me yesterday is this gimbal came with 2 straps. If you want to put a strap to it, you can use this one here. It's like a camera or bag strap. You can put it on your gimbal and hold it on your shoulder. I do not want to use this, but I did use this one here. If you notice the gimbal on the bottom, it has a 1/4 inch tripod mount. So you can mount this on your tripod. And this one came with this strap. At the end of the strap, there's the 1/4 inch thing. So I hooked this up to the gimbal from the bottom. I screwed it in. And I had this on my shoulder. And the phone was on the gimbal. What happened is, after 20 minutes, this broke. See how it broke? And the whole thing fell on the floor along with the phone. Just give me 1 second. So the whole thing fell down. The gimbal fell down, and I had an S7 Edge on it, my wife's phone. And the phone did crack. The phone cracked, and it's an expensive repair. If I called the company, will they do anything? I do not know. And I don't think they're gonna, you know, I do not think I can do anything about this. Why can't you make this, I mean, spend $1 more on this and make a leather one instead of giving us a polyester one that broke and cracked my screen? Why give a cheap strap? This is the only thing cheap I found in the package. This concludes my review for the gimbal. For the price, this cannot be beat. It does everything that I wanted to do. I do not think that there's any gimbal in the market that's gonna do a better job than what this is doing. Looking at the video, this is exactly what I want. A very nice, professional, stabilized video. The pros to this is that I can use the 26,000 mAh battery as an external battery, as a portable battery to charge my phone and tablet on the go. So maybe I have my phone inside the gimbal, and maybe I want the phone to charge because it's gonna run out of battery. So I can plug the phone from here to the charger down here while I'm using the gimbal. Great feature. If you are in the market to buy a stabilizer for your phone, this is definitely the one. If you want to spend more money to go for a higher priced gimbal such as the Osmo, where they have the body made out of magnesium and they have a rubber grip on this, then by all means, if you have the money, do so. For the price, this cannot be beat, and I highly recommend it. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.